Hello and welcome to today's free trading video and market analysis. I'm your host, Kenny, Senior Research Analyst with the MiniAnalyst.com. The first thing we're going to look at here is a chart of the market. This is the mini S&P 500 futures contract, front month in nature, looking at a last print of, actually I misspoke. We're looking at a swing system on the EMD contract, the mini mid cap 400. This is one of our favorite swing models, and as you can see, it's been performing quite well lately. We've talked about it in several of the recent videos over the last weeks and months, and short at 972.10 was the case on the 22nd, that'd be Tuesday, and there we go at covering at 950.60 was the cover on the long side, and off to another quick start, quick and impressive start on the long setup. I'm not sure what this computer's doing there, but let's go ahead and look over at the chart of the, as mentioned, the mini S&P 500 futures contract. 1315 got a nice gap up higher on this gap to the upside on this Friday, the 25th day of February. 1315.25 is the latest close, and as you can see in looking at our proprietary indicators, our intraday dynamics, they are fully bullish. So this is definitely a great buying opportunity. 1315, we'll call it, as a free informational day trade on the ES. Buy anywhere from 1311. 11 is kind of a pivotal fulcrum. As you can see, we had a double top around the area yesterday. We'll call it, there's 1309 up to 1311. 1310 or so, but you definitely want to get involved on the market at 1310. We've got a little bit of a swing high in the early session, 1313.75, which is right where we're bouncing from. We do have the trend at 1311.40, so certainly the buying opportunity at 1311.50, we'll call it, will be much more favorable than just going and jumping in right now at 13.15. Although anytime you see a correction, a retracement amidst such impressively bullish, albeit slightly diverging there, indications, it's certainly a great time to get involved in the long side. So 11.50 to 14.50, great buy zone on a day trade for a move to continue on into the upside of the to finish out this holiday shortened week. And what a week it's been. It's been rather impressive. If you look actually back on Thursday, yesterday, it was kind of choppy. I mean, we really didn't have any directional biases, save this extreme bearishness right here, but essentially it ended up being a fake out move to the downside. The bears just exhausted themselves, and the bulls came back in to reclaim some territory. So that's the way it's been. Again, as mentioned, it was a holiday shortened week. Had a very similar scenario the day before. Traders sometimes aren't can be a bit predictable. This we often see a lot of mirror images. There you have the dangling participle, if you will, and the break back to the upside. We had the exact same thing again yesterday, and it's been kind of a choppy couple of days. But the real cheesecake was on Tuesday. There you see the 22nd. We made some pretty impressive gains. A lot of our venerable portfolio systems that are comprised, or portfolios that are comprised of systems ongoing 3, 4, 5, even 6 years, maybe even 7. But nevertheless, you can see all-out bearishness was the case, and accelerating so, suggesting the market would continue lower. So a beautiful day on Tuesday. Another opportunity. We've had just some amazing profits of late, and we keep talking about, the 80 10 80 20 90 10 rule, that a lot of the profits are made on just a small portion of the days, but we just continue to put up the profits and the gains. Actually, we're going to go ahead and minimize this before switching over to that. We were just looking at the MRSEM, catching beautifully the short side on Tuesday and jumping right back to the long side. We're going to go ahead and pull up, see how it's actually been doing. There you go. No need to put that on detailed anymore. We just booked those gains. So $77,000, $64,000 was on at the beginning of November, we'll call it. So an impressive $13,000 or so on the one single contract of the EMD. So that's about a 300% return or so in a few months on margin required, overnight margin of about $5,000. We'll call it anywhere from $4,000 to $6,000 for the contract, but very impressive 300% return. And as you can see, over the last several years, that's going back to way in '06. The system has done markedly well, and if we go ahead and look at the MRSTF, continues to do well. MRSYM, again, beautiful system. The interesting thing is the MRSEM is now long from around 50. MRSTF also went long today on the early session, didn't catch the short side, and MRSYM is still short from the recent move. So definitely really pays to not only trade different non-correlated trading models, but certainly different markets as well. But we're going to take a quick look at the daily chart, and finally got some corrective action, finally, in this trend that's been ongoing for many, many months. 6 to 8 months, and beautiful trend. And of course, it was a nice little inverted HNS setup leading to this move. And we're just simply retracing back to the short-term measure of trend, 1315. Right here is the resistance, and that's why you're getting that little bit of a sell-off intraday, because essentially this is a high-level ET sell signal, but it's a high-level ET sell signal that is sliced right through the our key short-term measure of trend following support resistance, which now, as you can see, the 20% influence on the market has been moved to bearish. From a momentum perspective, certainly been having negative divergences for quite some time. Those have worn off, but nevertheless, the short term is now bearish on the market. From a directional movement perspective, not only is the intermediate term neutral, but the short term is certainly bearish, given the bearish direction we've seen in price of late. So definitely impressive moves we're finally getting in the market, and it's definitely a great time to get involved. We've all made a ton of money on our longer term exposures, on our long term vehicles. So it's definitely a great time to get in and protect those profits and pursue what we do: risk speculative trading, alternative assets, if you will. 50% stocks, 30% bonds, 10-20%, and real estate or risk speculation, which is what we do. Of course, we recommend only 10 to 20% of your total portfolio, but a great opportunity to hedge those profits that we've seen, because we really don't anticipate, certainly going into the summer and definitely into the fall, we really think we're much closer to the top than we are to the bottom, and that of course is around 1300 to 1350. We could have an outside shot to get to 1500, but we'll definitely be lower than this coming into to the fall. So definitely want to hedge those profits that you've had on your longer portfolios. There's our swing system 15.0, jumping back on the long side, coming back to the neutral stance. But I'm not sure what we're looking at. We're going to go ahead and switch over to our portfolios and see how we've done over the last few days. Over the last 19 days for the mini analyst portfolios, a lot of these portfolios are closed and unavailable, but we still track them, of course. These are venerable portfolios. MapDT version 4.HR, 61% over the last 19 days has been the gain. Had some losses yesterday. We can go ahead and pull that up. Had some losses yesterday, as you can see right there. On Thursday, a few losses. A lot of models didn't trade actually, but losses the day prior as well. As we just pointed to, it was a very mixed, certainly in the underlyings of the market and our proprietary indicators, very mixed indication. But Tuesday was really impressive for MapDT, 17%, venerable MapDT version 4.HR up 15%, and there you see the gains on Tuesday. And of course, Monday was a holiday, and there's a kind of graphical representation of how the portfolios did. There's a MapDT gain of $3,800 for the day. Now, of course, a lot of these models are in our newer portfolios, our Ultimate Line and Ultimate MSA portfolios. A lot of these models are in there, Day Trader 8.0, Day Trader 5.0. So you do get, although these portfolios are closed, generally, you do get access to a lot of these trading models, if not in their form, slightly altered form. You can really do a lot of things to free up liquidity essentially in your trading models, and so that's our ultimate line of portfolios. But of course, you also get those in static or traditional form as well. So we're going to go ahead and look over now at. Wanted to make mention that we have lowered the price on our master portfolio. We have a lot of portfolios, $25 to $100,000, but we also have a lot of people interested in just $5,000 portfolios trading a couple of lots. And this portfolio, since it's been such an outperformer recently, or we should say to date, you can have a look at it there. Look at that equity line, equity curve, accumulative profit, and drawdown status. And if you go down here, some actual trades late last year in trade format anyway. And actually, these are an output of the trades. Oh, okay. These are from a third party that runs the models. But we've actually lowered the price on this to just from $900 a month to just $500. Or sorry, $900 for 3 months to just $500 for 3 months, and you can go ahead and add that to cart if you're interested in the master. It's gained. It's been kind of quiet, actually. 33%, $1,665 over the last 19 days. And of course, that's 20 days, 250 days in a trading year. So you multiply that by about 12, and you get almost 400% annualized return. And certainly over the last 50 some days, we haven't really included that here. Over the last 50 or so days, I believe 60 days. Actually, I can pull that up pretty close. Pretty close to estimate would be around 65%, or around $3,300 over the last 60 or so days. And you're talking about, so that's 60 days, that's 3 months. And so it's made $3,250, and it's only cost you $500 in subscription fees. So definitely a great opportunity to get involved in that. And we still also have our promotion going on where you can save 20%. All you have to do is enter promo code video. This will be good since we've just lowered the price. It's actually probably going to be good now. Yeah, there you go. $400. You can have what was formerly a $900 portfolio. That's going to be taken off of the promotional list, but there'll be a few days where you can participate in that portfolio, the master. And of course, it's fully automated. All you do is subscribe. You follow the link in the welcome letter if you don't have an account already set up at one of the 3 major futures brokers that we do use with full automation. And subscribe or click on the link. 5 to 10 minute online app. Who you are, answer a couple of questions. The broker handles everything, including setup. All you have to do is fund the account, of course, at the brokerage, and the broker handles everything. Setup, oversight of the automated execution. You essentially don't have to do anything. You certainly don't have to be logged in your computer, sit and get alerts or watch a computer or be in a trading room or do anything. You can essentially fund with $5,000. The master, for example, it'll run with full automation and with near instant execution, and the broker, of course, handles all that. If you subscribe to a yearly, you're actually going to save another $2 a round turn. So that's a pretty impressive commission structure if you do the yearly. So just hit 4 of those 4 quarters, and you'll save $400. Now, of course, that's not going to be for very long, but $1,600 will get you a whole year and savings of probably equal to that in commission. So, if you have any questions, go to the website, chat with the support team live, or shoot us an email to admin@MiniAnalyst.com. We'd love to hear your feedback, what you guys are thinking, what you're interested in, and just answer any questions you may have. So, I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time.